What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Yoda Expedition. I'm Corey. Today we're going to be trying to fit some 35-inch tires on a third-gen Tundra. We have Andrew's Tundra out in the parking lot. We're going to go out there, grab it, bring it in, get it on the lift. We're going to get those stock tires off. These are 17 by 8.5 with a 0 offset. And we have a all-terrain tire from Mickey Thompson. These are the Baja Boss. So we're going to see if these fit. They might fit. We might not be able to turn a whole lot, but we're going to find out. So while we go over to get Andrew's Tundra, do me a favor, click the subscribe button. Last time I did the math, like 87% of the people that watch our videos are not subscribed. So let's make it like 86.5%. Hit the subscribe button. It's going to help us out a lot. We want to keep making these videos. If you are a third-gen Tundra owner, leave us a comment down below. What kind of content do you want to see? What kind of install or whatever? Let us know. We need some third-gen Tundra ideas. If you are interested, we have a bunch of other videos. We just did grill on this thing. We did some hidden light bars from Dial Dynamics. We did some fog light upgrades. So if you're interested in that, all of those are available on our channel. So let's get back into it. I don't know how you guys drive these full-size cab, long bed Tundras. I feel like I need tugboats to get this thing maneuvered properly. Now I gotta do a 10-point turn to get it into the lift because our lift is 90 degrees from our garage door. This sucks. I need a tugboat. I need a tugboat to pull the side over so I can get this thing straight. Do you want me to take off these running boards?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you to.
All right.
And,
yeah. I mean, I think you'll be able to drive it on 35s. I don't know how far you're gonna be.
Driving a straight line.
Yeah, you'll be able to go straight. I don't know how far you'll be able to turn the wheel.
You won't be able to get out of here on 35s.
Yeah. If I try to turn out of here, I'll probably rip the bumper off.
Yeah.
All right. 4 hours later, we got this thing in here and on the lift. I drive a third-gen 4Runner, so this thing is ginormous compared to what I drive. And maneuvering it in here, 90 degrees into the lift, is a task. But I managed to get it done. We're gonna go ahead and pull off these OEM running boards for Andrew. He no longer wants them. So I'm gonna get those off because they interfere with the feet on the lift anyway. So I'm gonna do that first, and then we can go ahead and get this thing up in the air and get the factory tires off. I'm gonna put these bolts back in just so dirt and stuff doesn't get up inside the rocker panels. Here in the East Coast, we like to get salt on the roads and rust everything out. The paint. All right. That's that. Step one done.
I'm 100% gonna go like this to get in. Like if I'm on the driver's side, I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna open it up, I'm gonna go like this.
And just
Absolutely
annihilate your shin on the rocker panel, on the door sill. Let's do the back first, because we know those will fit. And then we'll save the best, the fun for last up front. All right, we'll put this one on the back because I don't know who balanced this thing, but that needs to get redone. All right, and we have aftermarket lug nuts because you can't use your OEM lug nuts on aftermarket wheels. I'll show you the difference. You can see the OEM lug nut is like completely flat, has a shoulder, which makes contact with this completely flat section there on the wheel. Aftermarket ones are going to be a 60-degree conical seat. So this is a 60-degree angle. And then this extra little section here is so you just have a couple more threads of engagement, but can't use your OEM lug nuts on aftermarket wheels. All right. Got some serious pokage going on. Probably a good 3 inches or so. Again, this is a 17, 8.5 with a 0 offset. You can probably go with a higher offset. Get it to sit in a little bit more. I know the OEM wheels actually, they're like super high offset, like 60. Yeah, 18 by 7.5 with a 60 offset. So pretty drastic difference. Trying to find which one has the most wheel weights on it. Probably this one. I guarantee that'll fall out when I try to lift the wheel up. Yep, there. Where the hell did it go? So the front is where we're gonna have issues. If you have front mud flaps, you're gonna have to take those off for sure. This Tundra doesn't have any. And then there's a little bracket behind your carpeted section of the wheel well. Probably gonna have to take that out. The tire will make room for itself on the carpet section. It'll just push it out of the way. It might be all right in the front, we'll see. As far as turning goes, your problem's gonna be back here where this carpet does flex. We shall see. All right. So we're at full droop. You can see I'm just barely rubbing on that carpeted section, but it does move a decent amount. We'll see how it is when it's on the ground. Turning it this way, you have a decent amount of room. We might be okay for just normal driving. Once you get into some sort of off-road situation and you're actually articulating, that's where we're gonna run into some issues. I might pull the 10mm bolts out of here on the bottom section of this fender liner, pull this up, see what's going on behind here. Maybe I can get that bracket removed and give us a little bit more room. This bracket has two 12mm bolts that are holding it on. And you can see this is sticking out farther than this, so obviously this is the first thing that's going to make contact with your tire. So we're going to go ahead and get this removed, and then hopefully we'll be decent. That's it. If these don't fit, we're going to do a test fit on the 33s that we have on the 4Runner. We're going to take those off, put those on here, and see if that is a good setup for stock suspension, because they'll still look really good, way better than what comes on the Tundra. So after we're done with this, we'll pull the 4Runner in, pull those wheels off, put those on here, and then see how those fit. That went down a lot more than I was hoping. All right, let's see how much we can rip off getting this thing out, if I can even get it out.
It rolls.
Well, if I can only turn the wheel 46.7%, then I'm gonna have to do a 20-point turn to get out of here. We're Gucci. So I'm just gonna do some normal driving here around the parking lot. I don't remember how it rode before, but you want to? I think normal driving, I think it's fine. I mean, when you're full lock, you can hear it rubbing on the carpet, but
come on, I know how it drives.
Not yet. It's more or less when you're going forward and you like cut the wheel all the way. You'll hear it rub the carpet a little bit. You're fine here.
A little bit when it bounces. That's going to be where like the 33s is probably going to be like the best.
Honestly, not bad. Just a little bit of rubbing, full lock, but I mean, nothing that I would be worried about. Normal driving, you can definitely get away with it. We put a leveling kit on here. I think you'll be perfectly fine.
It feels like stock.
A little bit stiffer, but
Yeah,
not.
It's really not bad. Like full lock, like you said, and then like when you hit something, you're gonna rub there.
Well, when we came through the grass, we hit a little bump, and
Yeah.
I heard a little bit of rubbage, but really,
cooler.
really not that bad. Yeah, and I mean, it looks good. All right, so got the 35s on there, took it for a test drive. Honestly, not bad. I would say you could fit 35s with the stock suspension. Just remove that bracket and you can do normal daily driving. When you go into off-road situations, that's where you're gonna run into an issue. Now, we're probably gonna take the 33s off of the 4Runner and we are going to put those on here. Same wheel size and offset, just a 285/70 instead of a 315/70. We're gonna see how those fit. Probably won't have any rubbing issues at all, and we'll just see how they look. Maybe the 33s will look good on here, maybe they'll be a little bit too small, but I think if we put a leveling kit on this, we'll be in good shape. You can see it's kind of sitting a little raked now, more drastically than it was when the stock wheels were on. So we lift up the front just a little bit. I think it'll look really good and we won't have any rubbing issues. Also got those running boards off of there, so it just gives it a much cleaner look. So I'm gonna get the 4Runner in the shop, pull those wheels and tires off, and do a switcheroo with these and see how it looks. Oh, there's the 33 next to the 35. I don't know if these are going to be much bigger diameter-wise compared to the stock tires that were on here, but they're definitely going to look a lot more aggressive because these are mud terrain, and then the wheels are the same specs as what we currently have on there. So the poke is going to be about the same, a little less because these aren't as wide of a tire, but it's going to be pretty close. Hopefully they don't look too small. Might be a good option for you guys if you don't want to have to worry about any sort of rubbing or anything like that. So we'll see. Hopefully this high performance jack from Pittsburgh Harbor Freight does the job. Right on the oil pan should be fine. Most of this doesn't look funny. What? Does it? All right, so we got the 33s on the Tundra, and I think it looks pretty good. The truck is really long, so the 33s do look a tad small, but overall, I don't think it looks bad at all, and the black on black definitely looks really good. I think if you didn't have the full cab and full bed, and your truck was a little bit shorter, these would look really good on it. But nonetheless, these still look good on the biggest model Tundra that you can get. Took it around the parking lot, still a little bit of rubbage on full lock, but nothing I would be worried about. So 33s, well, these are 285s, same thing, but you might get a little bit better gas mileage than what you would get with the 35s on, marginal. But if this is an option that you would want to go with, it's definitely a great option as well. Like I said, these are the same size and offset wheels that are on the 35s, 17 by 8.5 with a 0 offset. If you can find a wheel that has a higher offset, it's going to push the wheel in more, which is going to make it rub less. So the further the wheel sticks out, the more rubbing you're going to have on your turning radius. The further the wheel sits in, then you're going to have rubbing issues on your upper control arm, but there's plenty of room there. Like I said, this is 0 offset. Stock wheel is 60 plus 60, so you can move it in. Maybe if you can find a wheel like plus 25, plus 20, something like that, just to bring it in a little bit. It'll probably have less rubbing issues. So whether you want 33s or you want 35s, it is doable on the stock suspension with your 3rd gen Tundra. So let me know down in the comments, what would you go with, the 33s or the 35s? So that's gonna be it for this one. Hopefully this video was helpful if you are trying to put bigger tires on your 3rd gen Tundra. Now you know 33s will fit, 35s will fit without really any modification at all. Just have to remove that small bracket behind the fender liner just so you have some less rubbage there. And yeah, you'll be good to go. That being said, if you want to pick up some tires or wheels for your 3rd gen Tundra, you can head over to yodaexpedition.com. Our link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.